Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to share with you how I made these cute little Minnie Mouse hand sanitizers. I found the hand sanitizer at my local discount store. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how I got started. Okay, the first thing you're going to need is your Simply Scored scoring tool and a piece of cardstock that measures 3 3/4 by 5 inches. I'm going to set the short side along the top of my ruler, and I am going to score at 1 inch and 2.5 inches, and then I'm going to turn it and I'm going to score again at 2 and 3 inches, and then I can set my scoreboard to the side. At this point I'm going to cut along the two side score lines, and I'm going to go up to the point where the score lines meet. I'm also going to take out a little wedge. I like to do that on my boxes so that they fold a little nicer, and I'm going to repeat that on the other side. Okay, and once I've got that done, I'm ready to start decorating. So I'm going to take 2 pieces of the In Color Designer Series paper, and I'm going to add adhesive on the back of these. Now these pieces happen to measure 1 3/8 by 1 7/8 inches, and I've cut 2 of them. And I'm going to place 1 piece here on this larger side, and then 1 piece here on this top panel. And then I'm going to take 2 more pieces of Designer Series paper. These measure 7/8 of an inch by 1 7/8 of an inch, and I'm going to flip those over, and I am going to add adhesive on the back side of those. Now these 2 pieces I am going to put on the side flap here, and I'm going to put both pieces on the same section of the bag, and that way when I adhere it together they'll be in the right place. And at this point I'm going to start scoring with my bone folder on all the score lines to make sure they're nice and sharp. And once I've got that done, I'm ready to start assembly. Now this is going to be the front of my box, so I want to make sure that when I adhere this I put that towards the front like this. So I'm first going to put a little adhesive here on the side flaps just to tack it down, and I'm going to take that back flap with no Designer Series paper on it, and I am going to adhere that to that bottom flap, making sure that my edges line up nicely. And then at this point I'm going to put some adhesive here on the flap with the Designer Series paper. And I'm going to fold that up and line up those edges and adhere so that it's nice and straight. There we go, and now I've got a box where all the sides have got Designer Series paper on it. And I'm looking for this back joint so that I know that that's the back. This is my front, and I am going to take this little Minnie Mouse face that I made out of the 1 1/4 inch circle punch and 2 3/4 inch circle punches, and this cute little bow comes from the Cookie Cutter Builder punch. So I am going to add some dimensionals to the back of that. I'm going to put some on the ears and 1 on the face, and then I'm going to remove the protective paper from that and adhere this little guy onto the front of my box like so. And now for the handle, I am going to take my 1/8 inch circle punch, and I'm going to simply pop a hole in both sides about 1/4 inch down. And then I'm going to take some of this beautiful black cord, and I'm going to slide that into the hole. And I'm going to tie a knot on the end. Let me pull that through a little bit more so it's easier to tie. There we go. And then I can simply pull that, and I'm going to go to the outside of the box again and slide that ribbon through the hole. And of course, if you have problems doing this, you can use a flosser for dentures. That works really well. And then tie the knot again on the second side and pull it tight. And I am ready to add my hand sanitizer to my little bag. And you have to be careful when you do this because you want to make sure that those knots don't pull your ribbon down. There you go. So let me show you the original again. If you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. You can get there from my blog, Stamp with Jini. And if you don't already have a demonstrator and would like a catalog, email me your name, address, and phone number, and I'll be happy to mail you one. Thanks for joining me.